What's up, phenomenal boxers? We are back again with another video. Today, the science within the savagery. This is by Marvin Hagler. All right, so this is a fight that is world renowned. Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hearns. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is probably one of the best fights, at least the first rounds that any boxing fan has ever seen. Right? But I don't want to go into the first round. I want to go into the second round, the last 30 seconds. The reason I want to go into the last 30 seconds is because this is where you can see how Marvin Hagler breaks down Thomas Hearns to win in the third round. And we're going to break this down so that way we're able to understand the science within the savagery. Let's get started. So, I'm going to do the last 30 seconds and back it up just a little bit. All right, here we go. So, from here, we're watching the pushing, the pulling, okay? First thing I want you guys to notice is this pin right here. We're noticing how Hagler, or no, excuse me, Hearns right here is pinning Hagler's arm, okay? Now, it could be for several different reasons that a boxer would do this, but for this main reason is that we're trying to stop Hagler's offense. If I can stop this right hand, then we're good. And not only that, trying to brace for Hagler's left hand too. If we can brace for that, we can limit the offense and buy us some time. Because right now we're in survival mode, and this happens quite a bit in boxing. Right, when a boxer hits survival mode, they'll do anything to try to clinch, grab, whatever they can to limit the offense. Let's continue. All right, we see the first left hook, second left hook, and then that one finally lands. Okay, now let's ask ourselves why this is the case. Now, why did it take that many to get a response? Okay, all right, and again, you want to think about this psychologically. First one, off the glove by Hearn, off of Hagler hitting Hearns. Second one gets through, hits the neck. Okay, so now if you're Hearns, okay, that one got through. So what can I do? I need to limit what he's doing. But problem was is that he actually exposed it. That's why you can see this here. All right, so you see Hearns throwing this shot here, or not, excuse me, not throwing the shot, but trying to limit Hagler's offense, but misses. And this is why this gets through. Okay. Now, this right uppercut lands by Hearns, which is awesome. Right? So this gives us a little bit of leeway in saying like, okay, I landed a shot, feels good. But now think about it psychologically. If you hit a person with a pretty good shot, especially when you're tired and in survival mode, and a person is still coming back throwing hard shots, you can almost see that look in his eyes, right? Like, what can I throw to get this man off of me? Right now, obviously, I'm not a psychic, not a mind reader, but you can tell by a person's body language and even in their eyes when we're in complete survival mode. Let's continue. Throws the left hook. Hagler sees the opening, takes advantage. Now, what's open on Hagler? Drops the right, or drops down, rolls right. Now, this is crucial for a person to understand. With every strike, you want to move the head. And this is what we're seeing by Hagler. So he threw the left. Head is on the line by Hearns. Right hand is thrown. Hagler moves the head. Throws the left hook. Now watch this shift over to the left side to throw his right hand. Misses still. Notice how his head was on the line and he gets clipped just a little bit there. Just a little bit. Just by keeping your head on the line, he gets clipped just a little. Just a little right here. Just a little on that clip. Right? Right to the body. Shifts his head over to the right. Left hook here. Right hand over the top. Head is on the line. Gets hit. Finally moves his head off the line. Rolls. Now, again, considering the fact that this is science within savagery, right, is that it's more than just throwing punches. If you're not willing to move your head, even the ref tried it. I just noticed that. That's crazy. Even the ref was trying to take away some of that punch. He said, "My man Hearn's going through it." Trying to take that away. That's hilarious. But anyways, no. So when you talk about the science within the sport, notice here, notice the pushing to limit Hearns and push him off into gate space. And why do we want to gain space, y'all? We want to gain space so that way we can land more shots. Space, land shots. All right, missing here. All right, missed here to the right. But notice where Hearns is in relation to Hagler. Hearns isn't landing any shots here, so the head is already out of sight and then out of the punching lane that we can see here. So we're not throwing this shot here. This isn't going to loop around at all. All right, so Hagler is already in a safe position being on this side. Moving your head, then throwing the right. So notice how he moved left through right. There's science to this, y'all. There's a science to this. All right, through the left, and where's his body shifted over to the right. All right, land the left. All right, bend out the waist a little bit. Smothers. Gets clipped. Why does he get clipped here, y'all? We just talked about it. He's throwing the left and still staying on the left side. Pin the push off. Still trying to gain space. Time. So key things to remember, right, is being able to move your head off the line when you're throwing your punches. Right? That's a big part of the science and savagery. Make sure that you're maintaining your space. So if a person is trying to smother you, using your palm, forearm, or even shoulders to maintain your space. And then when you're throwing your shots, especially with deadly intent, right, a person can go into survival mode, which allows them to be more open. So the science in savagery. Thank y'all so much for watching.